Hey y'all, Too Elusive speaking. I hope all of you are doing well, staying hydrated, and taking it easy when it's possible. Today, this video I'm dropping here is going to serve two purposes. One, to give you all a layout on what you can expect on this channel, and let you in on a few projects I'm working on, as this is somewhat of an introductory. And two, I'm looking for feedback. I would like for this channel to grow, and the only way that's going to happen is if I know what improvements can be made to make that possible. So any feedback you can provide will be greatly appreciated. Now, to start things off, what I plan on doing here are primarily two things: to critique all kinds of video games, as that has been something I've been wanting to do since 2012, and two, to release video essays covering different topics that still have to do with video games in general, but these videos will mostly revolve around topics I have a higher level of interest in. These could range from concerns, first impressions, deep dives, and retrospectives. Depending on the subject matter, these can range from being short videos that will get straight to the point to lengthier ones due to the fact that I will be talking about these subjects that goes beyond what is there at the surface level. One thing that I will point out before we move on to the project list is when it comes to my critiques, they will generally take a while to cook in the oven before I release them. I am the type who wants to experience everything that a game has to offer before I proceed to talk about it, and in order to do that, I want to play the game as much as possible. So if you're all about getting a good look at what certain titles will be like, new or old, without any form of biasness, and will tell it like it is, I'm your homie. Now on to that roadmap. So the list of games you see here are videos that I am currently working on, and will try to get them released either before New Year's or sometime after New Year's, depending on how quickly I can get them done. Note that this is not an absolute deadline, as life has a tendency to get in the way at times, but it will give you an estimate on when I plan on getting these projects finished and rolled out. The following list you are seeing here right now are older videos that I have already completed on my other channel, and they are simply being migrated here, but not without being touched up first or outright getting an overhaul so I can improve on the quality that I was lacking at the time. I don't have an estimate on when these will come out since they are currently not the main focus, but just be aware that they are cooking in the oven as we speak. Secondly, this is more like a question that I have for those who are watching and made it this far. What games would you like for me to cover? This is the part where I hand you the floor and offer as many suggestions as possible. However, before you do, there are a few caveats that you should know to reduce the possibility of being overloaded with too many options. The main games I will primarily play most of the time are action platformers, JRPGs, and Metroidvanias. While I enjoy all kinds of genres out there, these are what I can easily consider to be my top 3. Brawler type games also get an honorable mention. As for genres that I would greatly prefer not to cover on here are sports, visual novels, and horror games, especially horror games. The former being I could never really get into them, or in the case of horror games, I don't have the nerves to play them at all. So my apologies if you were ever looking forward to making any suggestions in that area. Also, this next list you see are games that I've already planned on talking about from the get-go, so there's no need to recommend these franchises at all. Other than that, I look forward to seeing your feedback, and I will do my best to get to as many as I possibly can. And lastly, I want to address my streaming schedule and video frequency. Right now, streaming is currently in the air. While I want to stream more, especially when Sonic Frontiers drops, I'm running into a lot of conflict when trying to stream on Sunday, so I'm currently in the process of figuring that out. Once I have it all sorted out and find a time that I can stick with, you will be the first to know. As for the video frequency, I will say this right now that my upload speed is not going to be the greatest, mostly due to the fact that I work a full-time job during the graveyard hours, and with so many new titles dropping like flies such as Valkyrie Elysium, Star Ocean Divine Forest, and Sonic Frontiers all happening roughly around the same time as each other, balancing my work life with video making while still having time for myself is going to be a challenge. But do know that when the videos are released, I can promise that they will be worth the wait, and I thank you greatly for your patience. Anyway, that pretty much wraps up the roadmap for this channel. I look forward to making content for you all, and thanks for stopping by. If you're new here, feel free to check out the work I've done so far, and if you like what you see, hit me with that siggity sub, and I hope to see y'all in the next one. Later!